Hi everybody, Miss Mary again from Midpoint Libraries with another virtual story time. Are you ready? Do you remember the song? We've been singing the same song for a while now. If you're ready for a story, wave hello. If you're ready for a story, wave hello. If you're ready for a story and you want us all to know, if you're ready for a story, wave hello. Hi everybody. So today I brought some books that are kind of famous, books that have won awards. All right. Actually, the illustrators won the award for the book, but you know what I mean. We have some great books today. Now, I want to tell you about the Caldecott Award. It's a big word. It was actually a guy's name. And this award is given every year to the book or the illustrator of the book that has the best pictures. And that's kind of a hard thing to decide. One of the things that the people who decide this, it's librarians mostly, they look at if the book tells its story, if you can read the book without reading the words, if you can figure out the story just from the pictures. Now, both of the books that I have today do have words, but we're going to look real closely at the pictures. And we're going to read the words, but we're going to mostly focus on the pictures. The first book I have for us today is called This Is Not My Hat. And this gold sticker right here tells you that it won the Caldecott Medal. This particular edition of this book is from our read-along collection. So in the back is the CD. So if you don't want to listen to me read it, that's fine. You can listen to somebody else read it. Alrighty, so this is Not My Hat by Jon Klassen. It starts off in a bad way, I'm telling you. This hat is not mine. I just stole it. We're not allowed to steal things, but it's a made-up book. This hat is not mine. I stole it from a big fish. He was asleep when I did it. And he probably won't wake up for a long time. You know what that fish just did? Woke up. And even if he does wake up, he probably won't notice that his hat is gone. Where's the fish looking? At the top of his head. And even if he does notice that it's gone, he probably won't know it was me who took it. Now this fish picture has not changed it very much at all. It was always the fish picture, first with closed eyes, then open eyes, then eyes looking up, and now look at that eye. It's all squeezed down like, I'm looking. That's some good illustrations. And even if he does guess it was me who took his hat, he won't know where I am going. But I will tell you where I am going. I am going where the plants grow big and tall and close together. It is very hard to see in there. Nobody will ever find me. But there is someone who saw me already. But he said he wouldn't tell anyone which way I went. That was kind of nice of the crab to keep a secret. Huh? So I am not worried about that. Big fish. Crab. What's the crab doing? Pointing. I know it's wrong to steal a hat. I know it does not belong to me. But I am going to keep it. It was too small for him anyway. It fits me just right. And look, I made it. Where the plants are big and tall and close together. I knew I was going to make it. Nobody will ever find me. Can you see the little fish in there? Can you see the big fish in there? I can't see either of them. Oop. I think the big fish is swimming away. What does that big fish have on his head? A little tiny hat. What do you think happened? You might be right. I'm not sure. This is not my hat. By Jon Klassen. Those are some pretty good pictures. I like those a lot. So, since we're talking about award winners and classics, I thought maybe we could share a classic song, one that I know you know, because we've sung it together before, and you've probably sung it in other places too. But before we get started, we have to make sure that we know everything for this song. This song is called Head, Shoulders, Knees, and Toes. So first of all, where's your head? Right. And your shoulders? That's this part here. And your knees? Can you see my knees? And your toes. I'm going to pull my foot up, touch my toes. Okay? So let's sing together. I want to hear your voices. You ready? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. You should be standing up, but I'm doing it sitting down. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Now on your face. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Make sure your fingers are on the outside of your nose, not inside, because yuck. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Do you think we could do that with whisper voices? Do you think we can do it like that? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Are you whispering with me? Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. That was probably pretty hard to hear. How about we use our very loud voices? All right? I mean, I'm inside the library right now, but, so I should use a quiet voice. But you know me, I'm kind of a rule breaker. There's a closed door between me and everybody else. Let's give it a try. Loud voices for head, shoulders, knees, and toes. You ready? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Let's do it again really fast. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees, and toes. And you can just do that forever. I'm sure your parents would love it. All right, I have another award-winning book for us. First, I'm going to have a drink of water. Imagination fluid, one of my friends calls this. I just don't want to lose my voice while I'm reading to you. All right, so the next book that we have is called They All Saw a Cat. And this one was written for us by Brendan Wenzel. He also did the illustrations. And this one won the award just a few years ago. It's pretty awesome. I like the end papers. I like this part here. What does that look like to you? I thought it kind of looked like, at first I thought it looked like a field of wheat maybe, right? And then the other end looks like this. I don't know. What I really like about these drawings is that you can tell that he used pencil. I'm going to hold this up really close so you can see the pencil lines, different colors put together, makes for one nice picture, doesn't it? All right, so They All Saw a Cat by Brendan Wenzel. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the child saw a cat. Looks like a cat to me. Does that look like a cat to you? And the dog saw a cat. Cat looks a little different now, doesn't it? And the fox saw a cat. Yes, they all saw the cat. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the fish saw a cat. That looks kind of different. And the mouse saw a cat. I don't know about you, but I think that one looks kind of scary. And the bee saw a cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. Now I'm going to stop there for a minute because, you know, you and I probably see most of the world in pretty much the same way, right? I mean, you might wear glasses like I do, but things pretty much look alike to us. But if you look through water at something, it might look kind of fuzzy or foggy, like the fish sees the cat there. Or if you have a different kind of eyes, like a bee has, you might see things as individual spots, like this. Those are physical ways we can see things differently. But sometimes when we look at things, we might feel a certain way about them. Like when the mouse looks at the cat is very scary, right? Because we all know cats like to chase mice. So when the mouse looks at the cat, it looks really scary, right? So that's what we're seeing in these pictures. Some of it is the very physical ways that animals see differently, and sometimes it's the emotional ways, the ways they feel. Back to the story. The cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. And the bird saw the cat. And the flea saw the cat. And the snake saw a cat. And the skunk saw a cat. And the worm saw a cat. And the bat saw a cat. Yes, they all saw the cat. Yes, they all saw a cat. That's a pretty funny looking cat there, isn't it? A child, a dog, and a fox, and a fish, and a mouse, and a bee, and a bird, and a flea, and a snake, and a skunk, and a worm, and a bat. The cat knew them all, and they all knew the cat. And the cat walked through the world with its whiskers, ears, and paws. Then it came close to the water. And imagine what it saw. Do you think that's the cat's reflection? I don't know. So when we look at this book, we see the different ways that animals saw the cat. I especially like this one where it's the flea. A flea is so teeny tiny, you can barely even see it. So when it sees the cat, it's very up close. And it doesn't say, the flea doesn't see a bundle of fur like I see when I look at my cat. It sees each individual hair. Isn't that interesting? So it looks at it differently with its eyes because it's so close. And the flea also looks at it differently emotionally. It's not scared like the mouse was, but it sees it as a home, right? Because sometimes fleas like to live in cats, and that's a whole thing we're not getting into. But anyway, they all saw a cat. Another great award-winning illustration. So, I was thinking that for an activity today, a craft, we could make pictures of cats. How about that? Because we talked about award-winning illustrations and pictures today, picture books. You can make your own pictures, and maybe you will win an award for your illustrations, for your pictures. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? So I was thinking we could draw pictures, make pictures of cats. You might want to use crayons or markers or colored pencils like Brendan Wenzel did for They All Saw a Cat. If you are especially talented and your grown-up wants you to use a computer, you could do computer-aided drawings like this. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. You could paint however you want. Make pictures of cats or whatever else you want to make pictures of. All right? Well, thanks for sharing stories with me this week. Next week, I'm going to bring you some new books that are new to the library that you might enjoy. All right? Oh, and if you want more books by Caldecott winners, you can actually use that term when you search in our catalog. Put in Caldecott, 2 T's at the end. All right, friends, thanks for joining me for stories. I'll see you next time. See you later, alligator, after while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. Bye-bye, everybody.